Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And this is just an update on a video that I ran about 4 months ago about the Sassa cards that were being just churned out and given to mates, and they were just going and collecting the cash, and it was a complete scam. And I will attach a video below where you can actually see evidence of this. Now, a former South African Social Security Agency employee, or Sassa employee, devised a lucrative scheme to defraud the agency and made easy cash. And this could well be the person that was in the video that I will link below. Elliot Jingalisa, 32, will not enjoy the fruits of his crimes after he was sentenced to 15 years in jail in Cape Town on Tuesday. Part of the sentence was suspended. Jingalisa, who worked as a cash payments operator, was sentenced in the Belleville Specialized Commercial Crimes Court after he entered into a plea and sentencing agreement with the state. According to the state, Jingalisa committed the crimes over 3 years, during which he abused his position to facilitate 183 fraudulent social grant applications, which resulted in almost 1.2 million rand in unlawful payouts. He received approximately 91,500 rand gratification from the relevant bogus applicants for his fraudulent services rendered to the prejudice of Sassa. Jingalisa was arrested alongside several other people across the country, some of whom were also Sassa employees, following an investigation that showed that the crimes occurred between 2014 and 2016. He was based at Sassa's Philippi office and received 500 rand for each fraudulent card he issued. A heap of fraudulent identity documents which were used in the scheme were found in the houses of the various suspects. Suspicion was raised when a Sassa office in Klerksdorp received a high volume of old age grant applications. The old age grants are also social grants that Sassa awards to beneficiaries who apply for this and qualify by being at least 60 years old, the court papers read. A large number of applicants were born between 1930 and 1950, but only applied during 2014 for the grant. Large amounts of payments were created during November 2014, December 2014, and January 2015 for the 362 applications identified. Only 33 of the identified grant files could be located. And the money was also withdrawn in different provinces from the ones where the grant applications were made, including Free State, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, the Northern Cape, and the Western Cape. The identity documents were submitted in support of the grant applications also gave the fraudsters away. Some of copies of the identity documents submitted during the enrollment process had the same identity photos in more than one of the copies of the identity documents with different identity numbers, court papers read. Now, that's clever. Some of the copies of the identity documents submitted had a photo of a woman or a man, but according to the identity number, the classification indicated the opposite sex. That's even smarter. I mean, these guys are pure genius, aren't they? And yet they got the cards. Just tells you about the people issuing the cards, doesn't it? Jingalisa said he was recruited over the phone by someone he only knew as Zulu. He said he didn't know how Zulu got his number, but he obliged. Zulu phoned Jingalisa sometimes to find out at what site office he was working on that particular day, and indicated that he was going to refer some people who needed Jingalisa to help them to obtain their Sassa cards, according to the prosecution. Jingalisa further admits that the approval letters indicated that they were approved for old age grants, but he could see by their faces and age, some of them looked in their 30s, that they did not qualify for old age grants. Oh my gosh, corruption is in every single part of South Africa. It's just quite extraordinary. But despite this, he enrolled them and issued them Sassa cards. Some other beneficiaries were also at the Cash Payment Services office before and were already issued with Sassa cards for old age grants. He further admitted that there were 165 instances where he enrolled fraudulent beneficiaries with an ID document scanned into the cash payment services system that had identical photographs to others. The prosecution said Jingalisa's actions were perpetuated by greed and that the white-collar crimes such as corruption by members of the public in cahoots with persons in the position of trust had reached alarming proportions. Yes, it has. I mean, you got to laugh about it because it's a complete joke. In mitigating of sentence, it was submitted that Jingalisa was serving a 5-year sentence for theft and had 3 children aged 4, 2, and 1 by different mothers. Jingalisa was heavily indebted and in need of money, court papers read. His own stupidity, along with his dire financial situation, led to the commission of these offences. He is willing to take responsibility for his actions to avoid a long, protracted trial. He now understands the seriousness of the matter and wants finality in order for him and his family to move forward with their life, said the papers. He was sentenced to 15 years direct imprisonment, 7 of which were suspended for 5 years, on condition that he is not convicted of fraud, theft, or corruption in that time. Now, I'm going to attach below a link to the video that I put up about how Sassa cards are just used illegally. And it's quite a mind-blowing video. And as I say, I put it up about 4 months ago, but it'll give you a clearer insight as to how corrupt the whole system is in South Africa. Now, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for updates. Please like the video and have a safe day. Bye for now.